Hey everyone, Duncan KH fan here. Bringing you guys a concert review tonight. Yeah, I just got done showering because I felt kind of gross after today, but that's just what happens when you don't shower for like all day. Well, I showered last night, so it's all good. Um, yeah, I'm bringing you guys a concert review of the show that I went to last night in Portland, Maine at the State Theater, and it was of course of Lamb of God, the Acacia Strain, and Decapitated. Now, this is the first time I saw either Decapitated or the Acacia Strain. It was my second time seeing Lamb of God. And I haven't seen Lamb of God in almost 3 years. So, let's get to the show. Now, when I got there, I found out that Decapitated was playing first. I thought either them or the Acacia Strain was opening the show like first, but it ended up being Decapitated, which kind of bummed me a little bit because I was hoping they'd play right before Lamb of God, but it didn't really bum me out the fact that I got to see them play anyway. Their set list obviously was short. They played about I want to say 6 or 7 songs throughout the entire night. I know they played about 4 or 5 songs off of Carnival is Forever, opening with Pest. I'm also playing 404. I want to say the title track in Homo Sum, which I have a video of that song from last night. And the rest was just some old stuff. They played Post Organic, Day 69, and of course they closed with Spheres of Madness, which I also got on video. I've been dying to see not Dying Fetus, wow, Decapitated since I want to say 2011, because I basically just got into them at that time. Well, kind of 2010, 2011, I want to say. I actually, when I was at Rock on the Range last May, I ended up missing Decapitated because they were on tour with Meshuggah. So I ended up missing them, and I missed them. Did they do? I think they did a tour after that sometime. I don't remember when, but I ended up missing whatever tour they did after that. I think that was the last U.S. tour they did before this one, but they were awesome. I met a couple dudes from Decapitated after the show. I met Rasta, the vocalist. He was a really cool dude. He was so killer live, and I don't know why people just keep giving him shit because honestly, I think he's doing a great job with the vocals for Decapitated. And I met their drummer Paul, who used to play for those who may or may not know, he used to play for the other Polish death metal band Vader. He played on the last 2 or 3 albums, I believe. I actually just listened to Welcome to the Morbid Reich a few nights ago, and I was blown the fuck away by his drumming. And he drummed very well last night. He was amazing. So yeah, Decapitated basically destroyed. Next up, we have Massachusetts hardcore band The Acacia Strain. These guys are some of the most hateful dudes ever, lyrically. But I'm sure they were some of the nicest dudes. I didn't meet them even though I could have after the show, but they played after Decapitated and they basically destroyed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not much of an Acacia Strain fan, but damn were they fucking heavy live. The pits got very violent. I mean, there were hardcore dancers, yes there were, but there was also it was like 50-50, like half of them hardcore kids and the rest of them just push moshers. And the pits were pretty fucking violent from what I saw. But yeah, the Acacia Strain really delivered a very brutal, heavy as fuck set last night. I'm not gonna lie about that. It was amazing. Well, not amazing, but it was really good. I will give them that. I think I'd enjoy them much more live. I mean, I wish I could understand what Vincent Bennett was saying. I understand him more on CD, but I don't understand him much live. His vocals aren't that as good live as they are on CD, but they're damn sick, I guess. And then, of course, the headliners of the night, Lamb of God. Now, this was the first time I saw Lamb of God since 2010 on Mayhem Fest. They were the third, actually, at my Mayhem show in Mansfield, Massachusetts, they were the fourth to last band to play because we had Avenged Sevenfold at our show because it was the day that their album Nightmare came out. But anyway, when I saw Lamb of God for the first time, I actually ended up meeting Randy Blythe later on that night, and he was really cool. Um, and Lamb of God, if you guys saw my live footage of Lamb of God that I have below this video, in my uploads and whatnot, you can actually see the production that they brought on this tour. It was ridiculous. I think this was some of the best production I've seen come through Portland, Maine at the State Theater. Um, they had two screens on each side, and they were showing a bunch of stuff for like each song that they were playing. They opened up with Desolation, which was awesome. They played other stuff. They played Ghost Walking. They also played the Undertow off of Resolution. The rest were just the classics, the classic Lamb of God songs that you all know and love. I mean, they played Walk With Me in Hell, Redneck, Laid to Rest, obviously. Well, for the encore, they played. Well, before they get to the encore, they also played. They played Ruin and 11th Hour off of As the Palaces Burn, which I fucking love those songs. It was awesome to finally see those songs live. They played Omerta, which kind of surprised me because I've been dying to hear that song live. They played Contractor off of Wrath. What else did they play? They played Now You Got Something to Die For. How did I forget that song? They always play that song. And yeah, and then for their encore, they started with the intro of In Your Honor, and then going into no, I don't even remember the fucking intro to that. I don't remember what it's called, but I forgot what it was called. I can't remember off the top of my head. But also they also played Set to Fail, which I totally forgot about. They played In Your Words for the encore with the intro, Laid to Rest, long little break before the next song, which was Redneck, and of course, the song that closes every Lamb of God set, Black Label. And yes, there was the Wall of Death, but Randy didn't tell them to do it. I mean, it's just instinct when you go to a Lamb of God show. You know when they do Black Label, there's always going to be a Wall of Death, whether Randy calls one or not. And earlier on in the show, Randy kind of said to everybody, just take care of each other in the pit because of what happened. Y'all know what happened over in the Czech Republic with his lawsuit issues and whatnot. So it's all good now. So yeah, if you go to the Lamb of God show, just take care of each other. That's all I gotta say. All in all, this show was a monster. I mean, this was probably the most insane show that I have witnessed at the Portland, Maine State Theater. And then after the show, me and a few other friends stayed outside after the show by the buses, and we ended up meeting a couple dudes from Lamb of God. First one, I mean, John Campbell, the bass player, came out, but he didn't like come and meet the fans at all. Then later on, we saw Chris Adler, the drummer, and being a drummer myself, I was a huge fan. I've been a huge fan of Chris Adler since I was 14 years old, and to finally meet the guy was it was an honor to meet the guy. I mean, one of my biggest drumming influences today still. I envy that dude's skill like you wouldn't believe. So yeah, it was really cool to meet him. And then before I left the venue, Randy came out. I mean, he came out to go to his bus and put some of his stuff away, and then he came out with a cigarette and a cup of coffee, which is cool and all. But he was a really chill guy. Like I said, like when I first met him, he was a really nice guy, and he was a really nice guy that last night. So yeah, I would definitely recommend. I mean, this tour's coming to an end, so wherever they haven't hit, and if they're coming near you, go see them. They're actually going to be in Worcester, Massachusetts tomorrow night, which I wish I could go, but I sadly can't. But yeah, that's my review of the Lamb of God show. So I'm going to conclude this review. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I'll see you guys later. Peace out and keep it metal.